You're watching our Let's Play of Driver San Francisco. Today we've got a special bonus video for you. We're going to tool around in the city and attempt some dares and challenges.
Sweet.
So I should mention there's going to be no spoilers here, but to do these dares and challenges I'm playing on my save file that has completed the game already. So if it looks like more of the city is unlocked,
Whatever.
I'm not going to be doing dares or challenges in the areas that we haven't unlocked, but that's what's going on there.
Whatever.
We'll
So,
unlock a Lamborghini.
I have bought myself a copy of Driver San Francisco.
Nice.
I feel...
I think it's worth purchasing.
Yeah, totally. I'm very happy. I apologize. The driving is way trickier than it looks like it should be.
Haha! No, to be fair, I am legitimately quite terrible at it. All you're doing by making that statement is confirming that you are also terrible at it.
Yeah, I mean, I've never really played a driving or racing game before, not counting the GTA stuff. It's an ambush.
Oh, look, it's an ambush! An ambush that's going to unlock me a sweet new Lamborghini.
Sweet. The biggest complaint, and I know people have been asking us to be a little more specific about our reaction to the driving and everything, it handles great when you're going smooth. The problem is, once you start fishtailing or get caught behind a vehicle, it's impossible to stop and just keep going straight again. It takes
Totally
forever to even back out, and you're just kind of swerving, and it's like, I don't know whether I'm supposed to not touch the controller or touch, I haven't figured out how I need to steer to get myself back in control, which makes the races really freaking frustrating.
Well, I'm probably in hour 8 or 9 of playing this game, plus all the stuff we're doing for the LP, and I still don't feel like I've quite mastered it. It's interesting to me because I understand if you're playing a simulation racing game, and racing games really break down into either arcade or simulation. And so if I'm playing a simulation game, I understand the fishtailing being very realistic, and you lose control of the car, and you really lose it, and that's great for that type of game. But this one feels to me like in most respects, if not all respects, it's trying to be an arcadey racer.
Yep.
And that's the reason why I think it should be a little more forgiving for exactly what you're describing.
Yeah, it's just really freaking tough. And hopefully it'll get better as I get better at it.
There we go, second place. I
Are
like
all
that
the
they let
races
you
that you have
come
to
in
do
second.
either first or second?
Yeah, it's nice because if you're close, It's like I still know that I could have done better, but at least I don't have to be burdened with replaying the whole thing.
Sure. Oh, okay, that was what I was going to say. Okay, so the first thing where I had to escape from the cops, and this is before I unlocked Boost or Ram, I had no idea how I was supposed to do that. Like, I could not figure out how to shake the cops.
I don't know what to tell you outside of just clever driving.
Yeah, I know, but like anytime I'd try and do something clever or, swerve into a street unexpectedly, I'd fishtail all over the place.
I guess persistent clever driving. Be clever for several moments. Sustained.
So income multiplier. What does income work exactly?
It's just my willpower.
Right, but like, how does income happen?
So you get willpower all the time by doing challenges and dares and other things. And then, like, I forget how many minutes that you spend just exploring the city, periodically you'll hear a little chime, and in the top right corner it'll be like, you earned so many credits. And I think you get them for having garages unlocked and for your level in the game and other things like that, for how much of the city you've explored. So it's like the longer you play, the more willpower you get just for the fact that you've been playing.
Okay.
But I feel like if you're gonna buy the income multipliers, you should buy them early, so that way you can
But they're pretty expensive early on.
Yeah.
Also, some of those movie tokens are quite high.
Yeah, some are
Like,
pretty difficult.
they
You have
were-
to be in the right car for them.
Yeah, and like really coordinate your run up and how you play.
So I'm in first-person view, and I have to perform an 80-meter jump here.
That's hefty.
I think I like the dares a little bit more than the activities. They're kind of quicker, you know? And they also have like a puzzle element to them, like find the right spot, find the right car.
Yep. There's got to be some hill somewhere in the game that's just perfect for any dare involving jumps.
Probably.
If only we knew where it was.
Come on, come on, come on, come on! Whew, that was close. I almost did.
Now, was part of the stunt to do it in first person?
Yeah.
Wow, you totaled your car.
Yeah, apparently jumping off of a car carrier into oncoming traffic at a high rate of speed and covering 80 meters of airtime, not advisable.
Oh. Well, if you say so.
Stunt dare. Alright, lay it on me.
Ride a car transfer. Oh, interesting. So you have to get up and balance, basically, huh?
Exactly. It's kind of silly and not very difficult.
That's
sure.
cute. Sounds like
Right.
it could be hard.
Well, we'll see. I don't want to go on it too fast, because...
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Is it doing the correct transfer of momentum? If you pull
Oh,
up
there's a
onto
flat part.
Hey, jerk! No way. If you pull up onto this car, as soon as you get off of the road and onto the car, are you still moving at the same rate of speed, or are you moving a lot faster once you transfer onto that object? How does that work? Did they get the physics right for what we just experienced?
God, I wasn't even thinking about it. I don't know. Maybe? This is very silly. No!
Oh, come on! Yes.
I'll pay attention this time. Whoa! No, he's going this way.
Oh, good. Let's add a hill in.
Yes, I think they got the physics right. Unless you really stepped on the gas right then. You had a little surge forward as soon as your wheels touched the truck.
Cool.
This is adorable.
Yeah, I like that this game doesn't take itself seriously.
Uh-huh.
It would be a much worse game if it did.
That was really cute.
Don't
One
mind
other
me.
thing I'll note about this game and my sucky setup, it's kind of tough to play on a non-HD television if you're still living in, 2001 or whatever. It's never quite been a financial priority for us to get an HD TV, so I'm playing on an old, I don't know if CRT is the right term for television, but stuff like any blips on the map are very difficult to make out.
Like the tiny red dots.
Yeah, and red dots, blue dots, indicators of where the movie tokens are. What are we doing exactly?
We need to protect a van. So,
Oh, so you need to
presumably all
basically-
these guys are going to crash into this van,
Got it.
and I need to crash into them first. And presumably they'll be coming from many different directions.
Hooray! Basically, any excuse to have lots and lots of head-on collisions.
That's pretty much it. I need to do this
Wow,
for...
there are a lot of them. Sweet!
I have to stay alive for 2.5 minutes.
Oh, do they keep respawning?
Yep.
Probably can pull out the minimap to see which one's closest.
As long as I'm in this view, time goes pretty slowly. Some of them are heavy-duty trucks, which take 2 hits as well. Most of them are compact cars, which don't.
Yay! Basically, this is so silly. I love it.
Fact. I think I'm not going to be able to get both of these guys. One of them's going to make impact.
I mean, do you have a... Are you not...
Boom.
Oh, any hit is a loss, or... Oh, no.
Not a loss.
There is a damage meter. Dude, mini-map. Mini-map is your friend.
No, I mean,
Oh,
I see
wow.
all the red dots.
You can zoom out really far now.
Yeah, I guess that is a minor spoiler. I don't know.
Whatever. It's sort of assumed. It's so... I've already noticed it's very difficult to judge how far back you need to pull a car if you to do a head-on collision like that.
Right. It's tricky because you need to steer him out of the way.
Oh, no! Oh, sweet! You knocked the tanker to do a side swipe on him. And took off half of his health anyway.
That's awesome. Ugh, nope. I even used some boost there. Didn't work. Nope, negative. Oh, that one's getting through.
Can you take control of the van? Like,
no. You cannot take control of the van or of the enemy vehicles and have them just, like, put on the
Well,
brakes.
the enemy vehicle, sure, but I feel like there could... Oh.
Ugh. You know what I should do, though, is get 4 tanker trucks and make a box around the van. I wish I had thought of that.
Except they'd start driving away as soon as you, like, let go of each one.
That's true, but I could just keep bouncing between all 4 of them and slamming on the brakes.
That sounds like entertaining video.
Entertaining video is my middle name.
They're... they are respawning, okay. Or spawning in. Is this truck the attacker it's warning you about?
I don't know.
Nope.
No.
That was beautiful.
Did you see that thing that I totally did intentionally to stop that driver right there? Did you catch it? Wasn't it brilliant?
In my playthrough, I've already had one chase and by someone else, and like that he crashed into right after I bumped, set off a chain reaction kind of thing.
Exactly.
And I did notice that it said the car was stopped.
Oh,
the game's not
funny.
about to assign you agency for that kind of shit.
Oh, this is cool. This is the marina right here. There's this old, like, pirate ship-looking thing always on display there in actual San Francisco. It's near Ghirardelli Square.
Oh, yes, okay.
On the right-hand side.
Interesting. Is Ghirardelli Square itself modeled in here?
I haven't noticed it. Also, that's where the Escape from Alcatraz triathlon starts, which is the most incredible triathlon. It starts on Alcatraz Island with the swimming portion, and you swim from Alcatraz to the marina. And then you do the biking and the running sections. But I just love that the triathlon starts on Alcatraz Island.
I've seen the shirts they sell to tourists making fun of that exact set of activities.
Yep. At some point during this LP, I'll make a point of showing off Alcatraz Island.
Oh, is it
Angel
actually
Island.
modeled in game?
It is. There's no cars on it, so you can't zone into it.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Okay, I'll be honest. They could have kept this a little bit shorter than they did.
Yeah, a bit crispier. Crisper? Not crispier. Well, they could have baked it a little bit.
It was really... Oh. Fine control is hard.
It's painful, but you've been playing this, man. I mean,
yeah, I know.
Not easy.
That's what I'm
it's
saying.
Painful to watch, but it's
that
not easy to do.
Really fine control can still be really difficult. Well, that was
especially
that sort of worked. He swerved out of the way to avoid you.
Nope, negative.
Yeah, tight corners, not in this game. Unless you're really good, I guess.
I see 4 red dots and 3 seconds left.
I think you're okay. Take out some more anyway.
Oh, what? Take down remaining attackers.
Fuck you.
I guess the remaining attackers do not heed the arbitrary timer that is displayed in my vehicle.
You know, that's a good bit of verisimilitude there. I'll give them credit. That actually makes sense.
The attackers are like, oh, my 3 minutes are up. It's time to punch out.
You pay me, you get 3 minutes. I was hoping that the tanker truck would explode when he did that.
I think this guy's just gonna have to get through. Oh, maybe not. Oh yeah, definitely.
You might have knocked him off course enough.
Yeah,
nope. Oh dear.
1 hit left from death. 1 hit from death, and it all comes down to this. The Hummer should actually be enough to damage him completely, though. Oh, not. All right. If I hit him with this car, I win.
SUVs are indestructible. You understand that. Oh no, that's not even an SUV. That's a truck. Man, I don't know.
Guy's badly damaged, but he's there. AU security makes me think like Australian security. I know it's like, it's gold, right?
Right.
AU?
Yeah.
But,
Sorry, people continued to love to call me when I'm LPing. You know how it is,
That's
man.
fine. I don't actually. I don't have a house telephone anymore. But...
We got one mainly to deal with the volume of local calls related to wedding planning.
Ah. Makes sense.
It's quite nice, though. I like it. I wouldn't have expected to, but... Except for the goddamn telemarketers.
So this one is Smash 15 bus stops, and if it's not the lamest dare in the entire game, it's definitely up there on the list. Because smashing a bus shelter is pretty fun, but smashing 15 bus shelters,
and there's
it becomes
not really
a game
any
of hide and
challenge
seek.
to it other than finding them, right?
Exactly. I've got this encouraging music telling me not to give up.
Yep. The music's fairly good.
Hey, did you see how we skipped ahead and now have 12 of the bus shelters done?
Ah, clever. And how much time... Holy
God,
crap, your damage.
Yeah, exactly. It felt like forever. I mean, it pretty much felt like 15 minutes. I don't know how long it actually was.
Dramatic music plays as you slowly drive into a bus shelter. I think I saw one of those pink sandwich boards from the,
Yeah, I've seen a few of them. Pretty funny. There's Treasure Island, Alcatraz.
Yep.
You can see them barely.
Yep.
They did a weird thing where the Bay Bridge on this version of reality goes through 2 islands instead of just 1.
Yeah, normally Treasure Island is accessible off of Yerba Buena.
Sure. Yeah,
also, the Bay Bridge curves a hell of a lot more.
In this version.
It takes basically a left turn, it looks like.
Boom! JT's back in the case. You getting dementia, old timer?
Ooh, interesting. That sounds fun.
Staying above 50 in oncoming isn't that difficult. I'm gonna have more trouble finding a stretch of oncoming traffic that I can, you know, navigate for 20 seconds.
It doesn't just mean on the wrong side of the road.
It does, but it needs to be relatively straight because, like I just did there, I veered out of oncoming for a brief moment.
Yep, I see. Well, it looks like you got a pretty straight shot from here through to Financial.
I think the trick is it said be above 50. I need to stay as close to 50 as possible because that'll make the challenge easier.
Too much, man! Too much! Sorry.
No biggie.
So, I was playing around after all the discussion in the thread. Well, discussion after the one comment in the thread about handbrake versus regular brake for turning.
Right.
And so regular brake mostly kind of works, so it often leaves you not able to turn enough. Handbrake is basically like a spin-out button, as near as I can tell. I have not been able to do a single handbrake turn that has not resulted in losing half my speed and crashing into a building.
One thing I've noticed with handbrake is you could use handbrake while you're going straight to reduce your speed, like quickly, but then lay off the handbrake and use the normal brake for the actual turning part.
Huh.
If you're
But I mean, theoretically the goal is to take corners at speed as much as possible.
Yeah, but whatever that speed is, the speed is 100 miles an hour, that might not be realistic.
What is our goal here exactly? I'm sorry.
Stay above 110 for several seconds. So again, I've edited out. Actually, in this case, I edited out at least 30 minutes of frivolous attempts. I finally realized that the trick is to get on the freeways, which they did actually model in the game. So the freeways have some pros and cons. Cons being way more cars that you have to dodge. The pros being that they're relatively straight and easy to stay on. Don't I make this look easy? I think I counted 18 attempts before I finally got it right. I do not make you watch all 18 attempts.
I appreciate that. All right, we're heading on the Bay Bridge. We're not heading on the Bay Bridge. We're hovering over the Bay Bridge. Oh, was that car just near death?
Yeah, they really only get one attempt. It doesn't need to be near death, but if it's, you know, even a little bit, I'm just not going to risk it.
So here's the question. Are we going to try and recreate Gymkhana 5 Urban Playground in Driver San Francisco?
Oh, that would be awesome.
And by we, I don't necessarily mean either of us.
Actually, that would be pretty sweet. Maybe
Someone
we could,
must have done this, right? If someone took the time to do it in Liberty City.
Maybe. That video was pretty sweet, by the way.
Yeah.
I feel like the people watching this are not going to appreciate how impressive that thing that I just did was, because you didn't have to watch the 30 minutes of me attempting it.
You know
and then, of
what?
course, after I do it once, I'm like all in the zone right now. I'm going to keep going. I could have done like 45 seconds oncoming traffic here. You were about to compliment me on my driving, and I cut you off?
Yeah, hey, you're doing well. I think it's okay, honestly, that you didn't share all 30 minutes. I think we'll be all right.
Well, I don't know. Okay, if you insist. Did you hear that cha-ching sound and we just got some money?
Oh, very good. So, looking at the little road map that appeared to be up at the top of the shift screen,
Take a detour here?
Yeah.
Just get me to the airport and don't talk to me like
it
that
appears
again.
that it's got some streets up in Marin, but instead of anything in the East Bay, it just kind of snakes around and then, you know, hangs a random... Like, there's a single road that goes from the Bay Bridge over
to Marin.
Yeah.
What's that freeway?
There isn't a freeway that does that, to the best of my knowledge.
No, there is. There's a freeway that does it.
Oh, you mean that? What's that? Oh, huh.
The one that hugs the coast right there.
I think that's
and there's
80.
the park where everybody flies kites.
I think that's just 80.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
But you're right. That's all they did. They didn't like model Berkeley or Oakland or anything.
That's too bad.
This was a pretty easy challenge. 3 cars off.
Once you, yes. So the critical difference between your success and my brief flirtation with that is that you made the extremely obvious connection that you can choose different cars and use the same ramp truck.
Oh, so you were like, how can I find 3 ramp trucks in 45 seconds?
I'm very good at video games. Well, that's there I'll be finishing in short order when I get back to it. I think I'll be playing behind. Like, I'll try not to play ahead in the chapters, but I think I'll be exploring dares and stuff at will.
Yep.
I gotta say, I'm impressed overall with how enjoyable these are. Like, as opposed to just being dumb, grindy things.
Oh, yeah. Some of them are damn hard, too.
Yeah, but they seem to have a fairly appropriate level of challenge. But this is an actual willpower challenge.
Yeah, it's like do enough drifts and oncoming and crash and other stuff.
Crash gives you willpower?
I think like disabling a vehicle does, and drifting does, and other things like that.
That's very silly.
Willpower, it's like anything you do can get you willpower.
Oh, it looks like they modeled Oakland to look at, but not actually to drive in.
You might be able to drive in it. It just might not have any dares or challenges in it.
Well, there's no... On the street map that's up at the top, there's nothing there. But you can see the whole docks area was there in the overworld.
Cool.
Huh. This is another one that can be solved by finding a ramp truck and then just shifting into
I was just thinking that. I don't think that's what I do in this version. It's not a particularly challenging one, I don't think. As you can see. I could almost do it in 15 seconds.
Wow,
oh, I did.
yeah.
Do that in 15 seconds.
So is there any indicator on the map of, you know, if you finished a dare, it'll show up as completed, or is it just...
Yep, they gray out.
Oh, okay, I hadn't noticed that.
It's all those white looking ones.
What did you just do? I wasn't even paying attention, I'm sorry.
Checking if I had enough willpower to buy some of the upgrades, like increase my boost bar and increase my ramming speed and other things like that.
No hits. Sounds like another one where the freeway's great for it. Except on the right side of the freeway this time.
Maybe. I think this is going to be just fine, too. This is actually probably better in this scenario because there's fewer cars less likely to get a hit.
Right. The problem with all the hills is it can be difficult to see cars over the crest of one.
Yeah. Freeway might be the way to go, actually. Maybe you're right.
Do they? I haven't seen yet. Did they do the Bay Bridge tiered the way it's supposed to be, or are they just next to each other? The different directions.
They're next to each other. Excellent point. I didn't think of that.
I'm glad that little side swipe didn't count as a hit.
Yeah, me too.
Wow. So new dares and activities open up in later chapters, like even in the same area, or are all these...
Yeah, not only that, they also unlock as you complete other dares and challenges.
Ah. So it actually is fairly important to do these to get the full experience out of the game.
I think you can almost double the amount of playtime in the game if you attempt all the dares and challenges. There are many of them.
I'm much more interested in doing that than I was before starting this. Oh, Jesus. Wow, that's a lot more visceral in first person. See, this is the sort of shit. I hate this. Like, you get stuck and you can't get unstuck for seconds.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to overtake enough vehicles here.
I don't think you... No. Well, near misses appear to count towards your overtake total. Here you go.
Freeway. Easy enough. I can't believe I didn't realize that the Bay Bridge wasn't tiered. I totally missed that.
That's okay. The bottom of it isn't particularly pleasant to drive.
That's true. And you wouldn't be able to shift into something on the bottom of it because the camera's top down.
Yeah.
That's probably why they did it.
Yeah.
And that's what it looks like to get into an accident on the freeway.
Wow, there's a lot of these. I hadn't realized that they were graying them out when you finish. I thought that they just left them up, and no, there's just a ton.
Yeah. Yes, there are. You can use your willpower to unlock some from garages. Every garage, you have to buy the garages, and when you buy the garage, they all sell different things, different cars, and also different dares and challenges and stuff. What is this?
Are you playing in cinematic camera now?
Yes, I am. For a brief moment there, I was. Get 5 vehicles above 90 miles an hour.
Is there a time limit? Because that seems really easy.
There's no time limit.
I like the music here. I know it's just part of the game's regular soundtrack, but it feels appropriate for this particular thing.
This is Fiona Miller with breaking news.
Oh, that was boring.
So, my friends and I wrote an MST3K of the hideous Hayden Christian vehicle Jumper. Have you heard of this one?
Oh, I've heard of the film.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about, the film. Have you ever had to see it?
No.
Okay, so it's mostly shit. There's a couple brief moments when you can tell they had some actual inspiration of, you know, cool things that you can do with teleportation. One of which is they're driving a car through like I think, downtown Tokyo, and jumping the car all over, like, they're about to crash in, so they teleport it, 30 feet ahead and slightly to the left or something, or up into the air for a moment. And it's, about 10 seconds of really awesome video. And
Cool.
the movie as a whole is absolutely awful, but I really want those 10 seconds as a video game mechanic now.
Where you could just throw cars.
Yeah, well, it's just like, pause, jump your car to somewhere within a certain radius or something.
Oh, interesting.
That would be really, really cool. This is a tall
So
order.
this is a Lamborghini, and it just happened to be. I shifted into it, so I guess in very rare occasions you can, if you want to take the patience to look for a particular sports car tier. There are a few of them in the city.
That's
I wonder if
cool.
it's because I unlocked a Lamborghini in one of the earlier challenges. Maybe
I'm
that's why it
guessing that
started
you
to
have
appear.
to unlock them for purchase before they'll spawn naturally.
Maybe. It's pretty cool though that I just shifted right into it. Come on!
Oh,
I can't believe I did that.
That was close.
That one was pretty challenging.
Yep.
Overtake 50 vehicles in 60 seconds.
Yep. That has to be done on the high right, basically.
I guess it would have been easier if I was in oncoming traffic, but I would have crashed more.
Yeah. And you were going fast enough to get the passing them like they're standing still feeling.
Yep. So have you pieced together what's going on in the enthralling story of Driver San Francisco?
So
Can we
the
take a moment
cutscene
and
at
speculate?
the end of the last chapter made a lot clearer, which is that the stuff with the orange filter is entirely in his head. It's not affecting the outside world at all.
Okay.
Like, when he saves someone or does a thing, that doesn't actually happen. Like, he's not affecting the world, he's basically, as it were, gathering intelligence. So, eventually he'll be able to come out of the coma, and Jericho will have gotten away with everything, but he'll know exactly where to go and what to do and what all the resources are, basically.
Well, that's pretty cool.
That's my theory. The crucial part was whether the stuff in the orange-filtered world meant anything outside of it or not. That I was not clear about.
And so your expectation then for the remaining 6 chapters is that we'll get another piece, another piece, another piece of the plot, each chapter another element, and then,
Well, no. So there has to be, there has to be a moment where he turns in his gun in his badge.
You'll never forget, hotshot.
He's gonna get, like, it's a cop story, so there will be a moment when he's kicked
In
off
too
the
deep.
force or something like that, or told he's a
too
loose cannon
personal.
or-
He's too close.
Yeah, exactly. And he has to go Dirty Harry on the job instead of the vague pretensions towards being a policeman he currently has.
Check me out. Sorry, thrill cam just makes everything you do look awesome. Like, for example, blowing out your windshield in a head-on collision.
Do you have to do this in Thrillcam?
Yeah. Press back for build for.
Oh, I see.
Thrillcam.
So basically you want to get up speed, start a drift, and then go into Thrillcam.
Yeah. Not quite.
It's not entirely clear when they cut off
Thrill cam is
a
awesome,
drift.
by the way.
What?
Thrill cam is awesome, by the way. This looks sweet.
Yeah, it's cinematic camera. I didn't even realize they gave it a special name, because every driving game ever calls this cinematic camera.
I love it. It's super hard to drive in, though.
Yes!
But that looks pretty sweet.
Was there a
Anyways.
passenger in that Lamborghini the entire time?
Yeah, and we've been talking about how we stole this car together.
I see. So here's something cool. Did you know that the missions, the city missions, can have different closing dialogue? Like, when I
no, I
played
didn't.
through the Chapter 1 missions, I got slightly different quips and stuff at the end than you did in your playthrough.
Mine were, of course, the better ones, right?
I'm not judging here. Why? Who's judging? But just interesting. Another way that they clearly set it up to encourage or reward multiple playthroughs.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, this game supports New Game Plus, so after you beat the game, you can start over from the beginning, but with all your cars and willpower and garages and the whole city unlocked.
Ah. That's cool.
I like it when games do that.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm refusing to shift out of this vehicle as I drive to new challenges because this vehicle is awesome. And if I were to shift out of it, and just, fast travel to a challenge, then I would. Wow. Whoops. If I were to shift out of it, then I would no longer be on this vehicle.
Right.
Of course, I'm about to destroy this vehicle, so maybe it's all moot.
What are you trying to do here? Handbrake. Stop 80 meters. So go so fast that when you slam the handbrake, it takes more than 80 meters to stop it.
Yep. Damn it.
See, that's the thing. Coming over a hill, you can't always see what's in front of you.
How'd you do
Frustrating.
Alright. So it doesn't count if you're spinning out. Interesting.
Maybe it's...
Oh no, it does. I don't know.
I don't freaking know. I'm taking bets on whether you destroy the car. Yep, okay.
There's no need for that. If that's boosting cars.
Touche.
Yep.
Maybe I should get into a driftier car.
There's a fair number of nice cars just hanging around in general. I don't know if this is one of the special ones you have to unlock, but it had fairly good stats just right off the get-go.
Yep. I think it has to do that, though. The game has to do that, or else it just wouldn't be fun.
Yeah.
Like, if you really had to look all over the place to find a good car, that sucks.
Ah, I have no idea why that counted and the other ones didn't.
I know, right?
Man, that's totally unreadable.
Income multiplier now available. So some of the things in the garage, I was saying dares and challenges unlock other dares and challenges and other stuff like that. They also unlock other abilities. So the first income multiplier, which is like everything is 1.5x, that one you can just buy.
Right.
The second one, you need to also complete 10 dares. See?
Yep.
Then to that third one, I need to complete 20 dares.
Cool.
Sweet.
I need to pay a lot more attention to this side of things, I guess.
No, you don't. It's boring stuff.
Oh, okay.
UI, the game.
I did buy the token finder because I want to play those missions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, it's kind of useless on a non-HD television, but,
Yeah, those missions are going to be sweet. That's definitely going to be one of the later videos in this LP, is where we do all the relive the cinematic moments.
I think what we want to do is break it up into mission videos so that before each mission, we can watch the movie scene that it's going to be taken off on.
Sorry, say what?
Instead of doing a giant video for all the movie scenes, we should break that up into one video per movie scene so that we can intersperse them with watching the actual movie chase scene that it's about to riff on.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah. And then we can, post in the thread companion videos and such.
Yeah, I like that.
I did this one, actually.
Adrenaline activity.
It was much easier than I expected. Though, complaining about my shitty television again, I can't actually tell the difference between a 5 and an 8 in its font at the resolution I have.
Yeah, people don't worry about the UI stuff these days. You just assume 720 is what people have, and so.
And
I agree, though.
We could afford it, but it's just not a priority. So.
Yep.
We are spending lots of money to have a friend build us a high-end gaming computer, though, so finally be able
sweet.
to play, Diablo 3, Skyrim, and all the good games from the past year.
Yeah, something weird happened. I mean, we're admittedly in a slow gaming stint right now. There haven't been that many great games coming out, but I've noticed I've been spending way more time on my PC than on my Xbox lately. I don't know why that is. I generally prefer console games just because I like sitting on my couch when I play.
Yeah.
But there's been a lot of good PC stuff lately, and not a lot, and a big lack of things on. Console.
But part of the problem is I got a new laptop just over a year ago. But I basically bought a laptop that would be durable and good for, quote, business, unquote, word processing, that kind of stuff. So I got a ThinkPad, which turns out to have a graphics card from like equivalent of 4 years ago. And it just can't handle anything new.
Yep.
Like, I got the computer
I agree.
just over a year ago, and then I was really excited, so I got Just Cause 2, which I had heard a lot about and came out, maybe 3 years ago now. It's a frickin' slideshow.
Wow, that's terrible.
Ugh, it's awful.
Well, gaming laptop is sort of a paradox in and of itself.
Yeah,
so.
I wasn't expecting it to be built for gaming, but I was disappointed that it couldn't handle, technology from several years before it came out. Like, it's way behind gaming time, as it were.
Get to do this one in Tanner's car.
Oh, neat. Why do you get to do it in Tanner's
retro
car?
feel. I don't know.
Whee! The jumps are awesome. I just hate the corners in this game so far. There's got to be some trick to handling corners, and I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Really appreciate the gymnastic pedestrians, though, because I spent a lot more time driving on the sidewalk than you have so far.
And you don't want digital blood on your hands.
So, one great bit of dialogue that I caught in one of my things that you did during the first of the races, the ones for the kids' college tuition or whatever. He's like, Jun, on the sidewalk, innocent bystanders, ah! It's like, and Tanner replies, well, sidewalk I'll grant you, but innocent, I'm going to need to see some background checks first.
That's funny.
Yeah. There's so much dialogue in this game. It's amazing.
Yeah, it is. Well, I think the beauty of it is it feels like a lot more dialogue than maybe it actually is, because they're all one-liners. But they knew that you were going to be shifting into and out of cars so frequently that if you hear a one-liner and then you shift out of the car, you'll assume that they went through the trouble of recording, a 15-minute conversation and you happen to just catch that one line. So they get credit for a lot more than they actually need to do, which is cool. They're playing to the strengths of the system they set up with their dialogue strategy.
And I've so far, and I've played through the first chapter or so, I've only had one repeat that I had heard in your playthrough also.
And it wasn't Talk Like a Pirate Guy.
It was not Talk Like a Pirate Guy. It was the brief moment when you shift... Oh, wow.
Wah, wah.
It was the taxi cab with the passenger, the woman screaming about, have faith in the Lord or something like that.
Yeah.
Circuit races just aren't as interesting as, single loop.
It's true, also without any competitors, those checkpoints.
Yep.
This is one of the challenges that's on the leaderboard, though, so I get to see the global leaderboard.
All right.
How I stack up.
I'm guessing you're in the 20,000s.
No, I didn't actually load it up.
Oh,
but...
well, fine. That was cool. We should totally do another one of those videos, looking at more of the dares and challenges and stuff.
Yeah, they're fun for just, exploring and chatting.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to get back to this enthralling plot line. I mean, I gotta know what Jericho's up to.
I'm excited to pick the game back up and play a bit more.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Same time next week?
Same time. Sounds good.